I'm not quite ready. I think I have to deal with marital issues first. Either confrontation leading to resolution or divorce or getting my partner some help. Non-use probably has a lot to do with my physical problem. Yes, yes, and yes. So this is one of the reasons I wrote From No Sex to Great Sex in 7 Days or Less, because I think it's important for a dialogue to happen with your partner, with your wife, with your husband, or whoever it is about how important sex is to you and why it's not important to them anymore. And once you can get to the root cause, it's always an underlying thing, right? Like, let's get to the root cause. What is going on here? Why don't you like sex anymore? Is it me? Is it you? Then you can really start this process of unpeeling the layers. And you really have to ask yourself, and this is a tough question, am I ready to spend the rest of my life not having sex with anybody, right? And when you ask your person and you look them in the eye and say, so are our best years behind us? Is this all we got left here? Are we glorified roommates? Is you can't stand me? You don't want to make out with me anymore? Like, what is happening here? When you present the information in that way, it really makes a person stand still and answer to the question, are we going to do better than this, or are we going to figure out what's left? Because I don't know about you, but I don't want to spend my last 30, 40, 50 years on this earth without any level of intimacy. And I would venture to say, you don't deserve that. I don't deserve that. And if you've given the universe and given somebody a part of yourself where you stood in front of God or Allah or whoever you stood in front of and swore to take care of each other, then this person, you guys have a contract to each other to try to work through these types of things. And if they've checked out and they've turned away from you in a way where they're just like, you know what, it's never happening, it's not happening again, now you do have to sit and decide what's next for us, what's next for me. Because you can be with a great person, they can cook and they can clean and you guys can watch funny movies, but there's something very special about touch and feeling and caressing and and daydreaming about what are we going to do tonight? Like, when are we going to get back to it? And when your relationship loses that, it's just not fair. So there are ways to get it back, to figure out what went wrong in the first place and to kind of get things back on track. And that's why I wrote From No Sex to Great Sex in 7 Days or Less. And, I'll give you more information on Black Friday about how you can score that and the 2 other books I have coming out. Pretty, that hopefully will be the thing that just helps you take the sex piece to the next level, right? Because we can spend all day, fixing the erection issue. But if you can't use it with anybody and you're just sitting in front of the screen on OnlyFans or wherever else, then, what have we really done? So I can compare it to having a Maserati, right? You got a Maserati, you got an Aston Martin, and it's sitting in the garage and you can't drive it because you got a suspended license or you don't have the key or it doesn't have any gas or it doesn't freaking work, right? What's the point? So, this is all about so that you can, if you are single, find somebody that you really like and that enjoy and that works for you and is for you so that you two can do great things together. And if you you thought you found that person and sex has fallen off, well, damn, how do we get it back on track? Because it's just not fair. It's not fair to you. All right. Great.